Let's go to the next story, and that's Bank of America. So could be the IPO crown for real? How? I thought this was like a Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley jam.
It really is. It's Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan. The story that they're talking about here is not left lead, which is the most important part of the IPO, the number one bank that's on the prospectus. But if Bank of America is on all of these IPOs, which this is showing, then we'll see next week whether the fees show for it. And so the reason it's also interesting for Bank of America in particular is they lost their top equity capital markets deal maker, AJ Murphy, who went to Silver Lake. And so it shows them holding ground, but let's be clear, they're not the left lead, which is the most exciting part.
Yes, although one thing that they can say is that they worked on some of the most successful deals. We're talking about the Zooms, the Beyond Meat, some of the ones that have become the most popular and popped the most. So that will only help them when they're trying to make this pitch. But also just to give you a sense of how competitive it is, according to at least this ranking, this will be the first time in a long time that a bank was first 2 years in a row. I mean, it's unusual to see that. Normally, there is jostling around the top.
Yeah, and we'll have to see, like, if they undercut each other on fees and what that means for profit, like you were just talking about.
A little more boring than that is Goldman Sachs' overall underwriting. So not just IPOs, but secondary stock sales. And again, next week, they'll all have something to show for as the rest of their markets revenue is down.